What's going on, y'all, and happy Friday. I hope everybody out there is feeling fantastic. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump all over these topics. So the first thing I want to discuss is this Jaguar Wright situation. So I reported a couple of days ago that Brian McKnight decided to sue Jaguar Wright for making claims that he put paws on his ex-wife and also did the same thing to prostitutes. So basically, Brian McKnight was just sitting back in the wings, and all of a sudden he came with this lawsuit that he filed against Jaguar Wright. And I played you guys a clip in the last video as it pertains to what led to Brian McKnight filing this lawsuit against Jaguar. And now I want to play you guys the response from Jaguar Wright after Brian filed this lawsuit against her. So check this out and I'll be back.
Knight is suing Jaguar Wright, and Javon Pierce's name was mentioned. You want to know what's funny? The simple fact that he could sit there and go back all of this time.
Wow.
Oh no, well, I mean, there's definitely going to be a countersuit, definitely. But the thing is, all this time this information been out there, and you ain't had no problem with it until you started having a hard time selling records and women started booing you.
But what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do with it?
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, this is 7-day Adventist on 7-day Adventist crime.
Well,
Then what the Lord say? Little Brian, little Goofy McKnight. The Lord said, turn the other cheek. It ain't been that long since you've been to Sabbath school, has it?
it is.
All of those boring weekends at Oakwood.
It is different for me because you know me. You know what I went through, and trying to get my life and my career back together, and now
It's
I'm back.
not over yet. It's not
shit?
over yet. And
Yeah.
guess what? It's far from over, and it's just gonna start. And you don't need any of these weirdos. You know what I?
This shit is.
You know what I predict?
Mm-hmm.
I predict that this name, you being in this lawsuit with me in it, I think that might be a ticket for you. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
if I were you, I'd be writing a comedy set about this.
Oh,
and slamming with it.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that, and this is Javon Pearson, the guy that is named in the lawsuit with Jaguar Wright. And in fact, he posted a couple of days ago. He says, I wake up this morning to the BS. This is hilarious. Hey, at Jaguar Wright, what the F? These folks are insane. So as you can tell by Jaguar's response, she's really not taking this serious at all. And as you can see from the video that you just saw, Jaguar was extremely tickled by the fact that Brian even sued her. So like I said in my previous video, it's going to be interesting to see if Brian goes all the way through with it. And if he does, it won't be a good day for Jaguar, because from what I'm hearing, she's always staying evicted, moving from hotel to hotel. She can't keep a ready, steady pillow up underneath her head. So this is a lawsuit she does not need. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this thing plays out. So let's move along. And I want to talk about this crazy story coming out of Mississippi. So there's an interracial couple that seems to be falling for one another, right? But the problem is that the woman's parents, the girl's parents in this equation, is not really feeling the fact that she wants to date outside of her race. And it really is giving some get out situation. And this girl, she alludes to the fact that her parents set up some guy by the name of Jerome Wellington out of Mississippi. So I want you guys to check this out, because this is a pretty interesting story.
What in the get out is going on here? So I saw this on X, y'all, and I had to share this with y'all. So this couple, this interracial couple, went on a date, right? Now this dude posted this on Facebook originally and it went viral. He said, this is why I don't usually date outside my race. Now, if y'all have never seen the movie Get Out, you better go watch it. So basically he went out with this girl. They went on a date. That was the picture of them. And then she texted him saying, I definitely enjoyed our night out, but I don't think my parents can find out about us. ... He said, same here, and why? And she said, they despise black guys. My last black boyfriend, let's just say it didn't go well. They literally set him up to be put in jail for life for something he didn't even do. Google Wellington. I really like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you. not giving his government name. And then he replied and said, I like you too, and yeah, that's crazy. I went to school with him. Maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with them, they'll loosen up. Think they would be down for dinner? And she said, I'll ask, LOL, because I really like you and I will not lose you. And then he said, I don't want to lose you either. And then she basically said that her mom and stepdad would be open to meeting that evening. So I guess he meets the parents. He takes a screenshot of the dinner and shows receipts of the meeting. This is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message. This is so creepy, y'all. Saying this. He said, it says basically that was her talking to her mom, mommy love. He seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Tried to convince him to start working for us, and once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, well, know the rest. Well, you know the rest. What? And then she said, Mom, I really like him. Can I at least keep him? He's very sweet. What? And then she said, not at all. Dating a black guy in the South, especially Mississippi, is not recommended. Do as you're instructed, please. You'll find someone better. And then she says, okay, I'll let him know that Jeff is hiring for work around the house. And like, what? He then posted this post on FB saying, so this is why I stopped dating outside my race. Would be good and set up. And to this day, she still don't know that I saw those messages in her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi. Y'all better be safe. This is crazy. This is literally insane that this is a true story.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that craziness. And so as I was doing some research to try to find out who this Jerome Wellington guy was, this is the guy I came across. Now, I'm not sure it's him, but this is the only one that popped up that had a case in Mississippi, right? And so basically it says, back in 2013, Jerome Gordon Wellington pleaded guilty to money laundering charges, and he was sentenced to 188 months in prison, and it was to be followed by 3 years of supervised release, with the sentence to run concurrently with the total 151-month sentence imposed in 2009 for guilty plea convictions for DRUG-related offenses. Now, in the video clip that you just saw, the receipt had Wellington's first name blocked out, but the only reason why I came to the conclusion that they were talking about a Jerome Gordon Wellington is because some fellow Mississippians dropped down in the comments, and that's the name that they dropped. So I just wanted to add more context in regards to why I went to go and research Jerome Gordon Wellington. But either way you look at it, either way you slice it or dice it, by her admitting the fact that her parents set this man up, this case needs to be reopened and reinvestigated quick, because at the end of the day, it's pretty clear and evident that her parents are corrupt, and it's no surprise because we're talking about Mississippi here. Even though I lived in Mississippi a year, and I know a year is not a lot of time to experience a whole bunch of stuff there, but I have to say my time there was great. I had no issues. Everybody was nice, cordial, cool, calm, and collected. But at the end of the day, there's other people, of course, that have had different experiences, but her parents are corrupt, and by them saying, hey, we're going to take this young man to the mountains and you know what will happen next, makes me think that they were going to try to take this thing a step further and have this man deleted, or delete this man. Let's be honest about the situation. They already set up this guy by the name of Jerome, and now they want to take it a step further by deleting a young man, a melanated young man at that. So this situation is just crazy, and I ask you guys just to share this video. If you want to just take this part out and just share it everywhere, because this case dealing with Jerome Wellington needs to be investigated and reopened so this man can get justice, because this girl just admitted that her parents did a big one on him. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that I talked about today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Yep.